Welcome to Lori's DIY Life. This is Lori. Thanks for joining me today. I've got several things here that I've been kind of wanting to try out. And this one makes a gift card holder. And it says something about a bag, but I'm not real sure how the bag is made. Just two of those, and then some smaller ones. That's gonna be the tassels, I guess. I don't know, maybe we'll work on this one later. And then I thought, well, we could do a really pretty layered from this Lisette oval shadowbox frame. And their example is really pretty. Or we could do this adorned notepad. And that looks really cute. So that must be the front, and then you flip it open and you have that. This one doesn't really say if I just need one of everything or two of everything. I think I really want to try this, but I'm not real sure. And then with this one, of course, we kind of do our own thing. Well, let's do the one I know, I guess. The one I know I can do. I'm going to grab a card blank. Man, folks, I'm sorry that you haven't got a video before this. We were in the outer bands of the storm of Hurricane Delta, and so we had rain for 2 days. I'm not kidding you, 2 days. It rained steady, not real hard or nothing, but steady. And then of course it got, yesterday afternoon it got real windy and stuff, and move those paints out of the way. And we ended up losing power. So let me think, what do I need here? Some paper. What colors do we want to use? I used white. I'm going to have a white background. I'm going to go use some of these for this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Move some of that stuff out of the way. There's that. Getting some purple. And ooh, that purple's kind of mushed up, but that's alright. And maybe one more color in case we need it. Pink might not be too bad. So these are like just some cheap cardstock I got from Joann's. Okay, and I need my folders. Gotta make sure I don't use an embossing folder again, don't I? That was bad. Oof, brand new one. That'll be good. Will that one, big one, fit? Oh, it might not. Let's see what happens. I don't want to... Anyways, yeah, our power just came back on. And I thought, well, let me get on there with everybody and let them make a video. Might make it. I don't want to mess up my dye. It might not make it. It might. I don't know. I'm going to do the pink in the very, very back. My usual way, because I'm going to try to do something different and it probably won't work, so I better just stick with what I know, right? Okay. I'm not going to map my card. Excuse me, I know these winds are going to have everything and my allergies all stirred up. There's branches everywhere. And excuse me again. We had to have the windows open because we had no air conditioning and it really wasn't too warm outside, so I don't know if this is good. This might not be any good, but we're gonna see if we can get it in there. It went. How about that? I think it might have shifted. I hope not. But we'll see. Yeah, it might have shifted. So it might not fit. We'll see what happens. Oh, cutting the rest out myself. I'm sorry. Sometimes, you know, I'm learning. And I'll get better at this. Give me a chance, please. Okay, now this is the hard part. Because now I'm going to use the purple. I gotta have this. Let me move this to the side. I've got to have this and this because I want this cut out, right? So you got to have this. Otherwise, you're just going to get just the shapes, the design cut out. You know? So if you want... I wonder if I should leave that. Did they cut it out? I think they cut it out. Okay. And then we'll do this. And I need my repositionable tape. My low-tech tape, not repositionable, but low-tech tape. I don't really think I have it spaced the way it should be. Nope. Let me try this again. Might or maybe should have cut it out already, the paper. didn't. So now I gotta do that. I'm just cutting it, because I know it's not going to want to go through the diamond press with a bunch of extra paper on it. So I gotta try to get the paper as close as I can without cutting it too close, just so it'll go through, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna now put this all in here. Now the other day I made a shaped card out of a round nesting die. You can make a round shaped card out of this also. You know, you just use this one, make your shapes, and then figure out how you want it. So that will go on here. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, I think that's pretty. I hope you think that's pretty, because I sure do. Okay. Now I'm going to take and here's the question of the day. Do we want to put a different color underneath, where I would need to use this to cut a solid color? Or do I just want to go in with the next die? This is the question. So here it shows that they cut out a different color, but I don't really see that in here. Oh, maybe they did for the for their sentiment. They cut out Hello Gorgeous, went inside of there. So let's see, do we want it layered? Okay, I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna use the pink again. We'll just make this a pink card, even though, you know, I'm not a big pink person. We will make this card pretty pink. Okay. Now this will go in here. And make sure it's on good. If you need to tape it down, that's usually the safest way. And you know, I should, of all people, I'm the one that should probably be being safe, because man, it seems like things happen to me, I don't know. But that's what it seems like. Okay, so then this will go here. And I guess it's going to fit right in there. And then I want to do this one. So to do this one, I got to do another of the, all three of them, to make the next layer. So I guess I'm going to making the card exactly the way the dies are, I guess. Which, why not? Somebody, somewhere, it designed them to fit that way, right? Somebody somewhere designed them to all go together. So, well, I gotta have paper, don't I? Okay, well, I can see what size I need by this. Oh, I have 2 sheets of the blue. So whoever designed this surely intended that people would use them all together. And the fact that people would find a way to use them all separately is just a bonus. So we are going to use them all together. And we don't see very much of that anymore. Everybody wants to put their own spin on it, which is good. You need to be creative, right? Everybody should be creative. But I do appreciate that when somebody puts together a nice set and you just use it pure that way, right? That might sound stupid to some people, but I see a big difference right there, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. Hopefully it won't look bad. We'll see, and then you'll know if you need to make it more perfect. I don't know who has this die and who doesn't, but you know, it doesn't have to be this exact die. You can use the same method. So what this will do is let us pop it up, and you might not even realize, or people may not even realize, that is one and the same. I figure we'll put some foam squares and pop it up. That's my thought anyways. When I seen it, I thought, why not? Why not pop that thing up? Now, I say let's do it in the way it's intended. And this here is just like, what are they called? Maybe that's called the Lisette. Anyways, we're going to put that on the top. Now, they might have meant for this to be down and that to be up. And if that's the case, then you got to cut this out. And this goes on the top. Right? You would do it in reverse. Instead of this being top, this would be down and that would be up. And you would have to cut this out. And it would be the one that's up, and you would build down. And you would want probably this cut, also you know, the pink cut here, so that this could lay down onto another sheet, if that makes sense. But I wanted to do it this way, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it this way now. What color do I want for the... I'm assuming that this shape is the Lisette, and that's how it got its name. I don't know. But I think I better stick to the blue. Because if I try to go the purple doesn't stand out that much. So I think... And look, it fits perfectly in this circle. How about that? See, we could even put it... We'll see. We'll play around with it and see. Because we could change it. You know, it'd be really easy to change the way we have it going. Okay, so there's the Lisette. So it's probably not going to cut out. Yeah, it will. I don't know. We'll have to see how it cuts out. Let me center that in case we decide to use. It's kind of hard to see with it. Let's see what happens here. How it cuts out. Sometimes you think it's going to cut out a certain way and it doesn't. But I'm thinking I'm going to get the Lisette as a whole piece and the Lisette showing through. If that's what this is. That's what we need. Oh, see, I'm not crazy about the way that looks. So I wouldn't want that. No. Out. But, oh, pokey tool, where have you gone? I think I still haven't found it. And all that's going to do is knock that out. There. There. Will that paper push that paper out? No. Lost my pokey tool. It's got to be here somewhere. Easy. Aha. Got it. So here's the Lisette. So it'll fit like this. So now my question is, do we want this on the bottom? And then this frame coming up over it. Oh, you can't see, darn it, what's wrong with me? Do we want this on the bottom? Or that, and this coming up over it? Or should I stick to my original inclination, which was to have this on the bottom, and then that layered on top of that, and then that layered up on that. I think I like that better. So, okay, glue. I've got to quit coming to class so unprepared, don't I? Let's see if this glue is all dried. Oh, that didn't sound good, did it? Okay, the glue's moving down. Let's hope it's ready to go. Let me make sure I'm going to do this on. Okay, I want it this way. I want to move these up and out of my way for just a second while I'm gluing everything down. That didn't come out very neat. See how bad it is when you think you got everything handy. I thought I had everything all neat and handy. And it wasn't all neat and handy. Okay. And then I'm going to put this down. like I said, if you want to do it like a shadow box, then basically you're just going to do the opposite. But these frames are going to be open instead of matted. And I don't know if I've ever done a shadow box, to be honest with you. I'm sure I have, maybe with scrapbooking, but not so much with a card. It seems like it doesn't work so well with a card because it's going to get hung up. I don't know, I could be wrong. I know shadow boxes are kind of a big thing now, so it felt like that whole thing moved in it. It felt like the whole oval moved, you know. So there's that. And I'm gonna take this and this, and they're gonna get glued onto this one, to this mat. This and this. It's gonna be glued on this mat. And I don't know if I've ever mentioned, but you know, you can use the die either way if you want. But they normally look better if the side that you actually had the die on is the side that you have facing you. It just has a better finished edge, kind of, than the other way around. If that makes sense to anybody. If you're a die cutter, I'm sure that's what you're doing anyways, you know. But I want to make sure these little things like this, these little knob things sticking up and out, whoops, get glued down, because they have a good chance of, you know, coming off, tearing off. So you don't want to leave them vulnerable. You want them taped down. These little things that stick up like that. Okay, and we want that sort of right dead center. It's kind of hard for me to tell if it's dead center, but here we go. And you'll see me a lot of times, and I don't know if any of you have noticed it or not, but I take my finger and dab. Well, I have a tendency, my tendency is to use too much glue, or I have to move it after I put it down. And a lot of times, by using my finger and just dabbing like that, the glue will come off. Not always, and sometimes not enough. I've got a lot of shiny spots on here, but a lot of it will come off. And this paper always shows that really shiny, that really shiny stuff. So let me, excuse my arm, grab these. I don't know exactly how I want to do this. Let me, I want to use the foam dots, but because it's not small, I'll really need the dots, so I can just use the strips along the sides, because you don't want to waste anything. You want to use the whole thing, you know. It may not seem like much, but when you're running short, you're thinking to yourself, oh man, I shouldn't have thrown that whole thing away. I could have used a piece off of there. Then you appreciate it. So that's how I look at it. I guess since it's an oval, I'll face those things out. Face those out. Oh, I thought that was off. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, I think I messed up because I think I wanted to use a dot for the Lisette, but you know, it might be a little vulnerable for that. And I could have gone with a different matting color. See, I could have done that. I could have matted this on purple. Oh my, I should have thought of that. Then I would have had a third layer, and it would have just been like a purple mat with that blue one there. And just put that on there. It's a little crooked. Can I get it off? Yep. I've got the card facing crooked. So, and when you're doing it, you're not doing it where you're worried about putting your head over other people. So then you don't have to worry about the, that should have been a little bit farther in so it's not so noticeable, but there it is. That's cute. Now, if I had done the third layer, it would have been pretty high. So that might not be a good idea, but it's quite a bit. It's a bit on this card, but it's still pretty, huh? I think it's pretty. You know, I'm not so fond of the white, so I think, let me see what I can do here, because we got things we can do here. I need a pink or a purple. How about a purple? If it's quick dry, that looks like it's blue. That's a blue. That won't work. Here we go. Okay, this is a quick dry dye. Scary to do this, especially with this here, but I'm just going to bring a little bit around the edges. Anyways, that's what I'm hoping for. That's a blue. A blue, blue, blue. Make sure nothing's coming off of it. Okay, just put a little bit on here. I don't want too much. Just dart in the corners and add a little. Might have been better with the round. It's showing that square edge on it. I'm just barely tapping it on the pad, as I don't want to get too much ink on it. I just want a little bit. just a little tap, because you can always go back and put on a little more if you want. See? You can always go back and add some more. Just want a little bit right there too, because that's really the only spot that's white left. Though the more I'm putting it on, the more I like it on, and I kind of want to go up farther with it. So I guess I will. This is the Pale Fig in the Quick Dry ink for the Crafter's Companions. Quick Dry ink, and I like the way it's looking right now. So once I started putting it on, I thought, let me add a little bit more, let me add a little bit more, let me add a little bit more. So here we go. And that's, the way to do it, because that's always, if I'd have started off like this and didn't like it, I would have been stuck with it anyways. Just kind of doing sort of circular, not super circular. I'm not worried. I'm kind of going solid almost on the whole thing, so I'm not too worried about how circular I'm going. I was more worried about it when I first started out, because I thought I was just kind of doing the corners and a little bit, but here we go with this. I think it looks a lot better. And that was, that's Pale Fig. And man, there ain't nothing pale about that. That's a pretty color though. At least I think so. Gives a lot of texture to the card. Easy, quick to put on. Yep, that was nice. I like that. So, in the giveaway box, I believe there is a Quick Dry ink pad, but I'm not sure what color it is. So here's the card for today. I hope you all enjoyed that. Let me get that box, if I can find it. There it is. Then I'll show you what's in the giveaway. And the giveaway is for 100 subscribers. You wouldn't think that was very much, but for me that is. And that will be, just means something to me anyway. So, but here, so we have some Sparkle Glitter ink from Crafter's Companion. We have the fairy stamps from Crafter's Companion. We have and this is a embossing folder from Crafter's Companion. Most of this is Crafter's Companion. I don't know where this came from. I'm thinking Crafter's Companion. I'm not positive. Could come in any of my mystery bundles or whatever, but I saw it and I thought, what a perfect thing to put in the giveaway. It's got the stencils and the flowers that match, and perfect. Then we have the Gemini with Love die and corner tag. We have a Crafter's Companion glue pen, Crafter's Companion glue tape pen with the dots. Here's the dies. We've got a water reactive die in Lagoon. We have, this is the Quick Dry in Oasis. It's a blue. And we have some opaque pigment, which is good for, like embossing, heat embossing. Anthracite. Sparkle pens, a squirt bottle, card blanks and envelopes, and this I threw in just recently. It's kind of goofy, but I got these coloring books from Sizzix, and inside one of the coloring books was this sheet. And this sheet, you color it, and then you cut it out, and you glue it together, and it makes this cute little box. Now in the book, there were 3 sheets, and I went on and I did a video and showed everybody the box, and decided, oh hey, let me put a sheet of it in the giveaway, and that way whoever wins can make this cute little box. All you gotta do is glue it, tape it, color it, and glue it, and Perfect. So I threw one of those in there. So that's in the free giveaway. This box sits by itself, waiting for somebody to take it home. Oh, I did put a pipette, that's what they call it, inside the glitter inks, because you know what, those glitter inks, they're no good without a pipette. I don't care what anybody says, you need a pipette for it. So I stuck a pipette in there. So it's kind of, you know, if all you got is a pair of scissors and paper, you can kind of start doing something with this. You've got inks. Well, you don't have, well, you got stamps, but you don't have any of the blending tools, but I mean, I can't help you with that. So, anyways, there's the giveaway for 100 subscribers. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please hit the like and the subscribe button, and you can hit the notification bell, and that way when I come out with a new video, it will notify you. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you will join me again.